Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by Moonrise Cottage for your February 2017 Soul Tarot reading. My name is Mary Ellen, and I am new to YouTube. I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient individual, and I have been blessed with the ability to cross back and forth into the dream time, the universe, the place of mystery, whatever you want to call it, in both my asleep state and increasingly in my waking state. And I've had many unusual, incredible experiences as a result. And those things have been blossoming for me over a many-year period. And over the past several years, things have really taken a shift. And I believe it is because of the shift that we are all destined to take here on the planet. And so through a series of events, I have been freed, if you will, to finally come and be here on YouTube and to send out my love and my efforts to everyone in the collective that is working to bring a greater place of balance and love and harmony. You will see me touching the cards, and that is how I, from a tactile way, help bring through the messages. And I may pause from time to time as I'm listening. I also want to let you know that in these readings, my focus is on the energy and the symbology, not on gender. So when you see gender coming forward in the cards, if that speaks to you directly, that's of course wonderful. But generally, the focus is on the energies, and so Spirit is coming through already. Just saying, please do your best to visually connect with the cards and any messages that may come through for you while I am speaking. So I start with the center of the message. This is the Augury of Art. This is a very beautiful card. And the Augury of Art is a card that indicates love, abundance, reaching fruition of a goal, gaining the gifts that come from the sacred vessel. All things hopeful, basically. Any beautiful concept that exists in the world is something that is displayed, if you will, through the image of this card. And you can almost feel it. I can almost feel the palpable love that comes off of this card. It's about abundance. And the water, of course, signifies life and the abundance that comes, and love and wealth and all of those concepts. So this is the card that is bringing energy, aura, if you will, to this reading. It is the energy that you are walking with in the moment in both your human life and across the veil. And so we can expect that the reading will speak to this in a more detailed way. So if that card is over the top of your reading, let's see what is underlying it. The King of Battle. This is a beautiful card. The King of Battle sits suspended in the universe. And if you see, he sits in what looks like a cosmic graveyard. And the moon is at his back. I will speak to that in a moment. There's a very strong messages coming through every single reading that I've done about the eclipse. But essentially, do you see the hand that he has sitting on his lap is of this human world, and the other hand is lifted up and it touches across the veil. So that is what is at the center of your reading. Something very deeply mystical is happening, and you have accompanying you the King of Battle and the Augury of Art, which indicates perhaps a new beginning. It's a number 1 card, and so there is something new happening, perhaps a change in the way in which you connect through your heart chakra is what I'm hearing. Actually, you know what, Aquarius? The eclipse of the moon that is happening this month is in your 7th house. There you go. Spirit is speaking to you. That's what this message is going to be about, at least in part. Okay, so let's go forward and see where that takes you this month. Okay, so this is the combat of art. So clearly the King of Art is here to assist you with any challenges that you have in a very general way on the earthly plane. These cards in the bottom row are telling some messages about your walk as a human being, okay? And you see the sun coming up in the distant background. So this card, Combat of Art, there are several messages that come, and one is asking you to use the love that is available to you and through you, is the message that I'm getting, while you meet your human struggles. Your focus needs to be on love and abundance, and not get, here's the message, not get captivated by the futility of combat and arguments and strife. We all know there's a lot going on in the world right now as we approach this moment of shift. And 2017 is supposed to be a year of grand shift on a planetary level. So this card assures a positive outcome if you align yourself and give your heart, it's an interesting message, to the things that seem on the face of them to be futile, and to be a king of battle in these moments. Reaching from across the veil. Actually, here's the message coming through. Please reach with your abundant heart and your abundant ability to feel and share love, which is going to be increasing at the eclipse. Please, I'm literally hearing please, please. Please, please remain in your heart, in this place of abundance, in your heart and soul, mentally every single day. This should be your focus. This is what is needed, okay? While you engage with the seeming futility of the world around you, do not sink into despair. Give your every effort toward a positive outcome, and know that the Spirit is there with you doing the very same work, and that things are about to shift. Okay? Okay, more confirmation. This is the Counselor of Truth. And again, I want you to know that the hands are lifted and upraised, and the sun is in the background. And the Counselor of Truth is here to assist the King of Battle, and as another reminder not to fall into the trap of futility, of battle, of arguments, of opposition. That is not the way forward. That is the message that is coming through. And so you are being counseled, and you are actually being requested, because you have such a high ability to feel and express love and abundance. As an Aquarius, you are being requested to also take up this role in your own life with the people that surround you. And this is a transformative journey that you are about to undertake. And the basis of this journey are these things, but also you will be meeting this battle, exploring the feeling is what I'm hearing, the feeling of futility. Let's see what is here. Okay. So this is more confirmation for me. This is the judgment of battle. And the judgment of battle is about the moment when the battle is done, and the introspection and the review that takes place. And so the part of the message that's coming through actually is please rest. Please do not become exhausted in trying to meet the futility, whatever that is in your life. That could be many, many, many things. Okay? You are to take counsel, take rest, and take care of yourself. And because this is your starting point, you are going to come through. I'm feeling more. I think there is another challenge. There is another battle coming. So perhaps this is the intercession, if you will. Whatever okay, here's the message. Whatever the knowledge you gained from your experience or your thoughts about the futility of some situation, some battle, if you will, you have taken some counsel from the knowledge you gained, considering that and thinking about that and reviewing what that meant. And that's why this card is the combat of art. Okay? This is artful combat on your part with the King of Battle, assisting you, and the love that is available. This vessel is in the ocean of existence, is the word that's coming through. So let's see where this takes us. This is the bridge card. This is the adventure of skill. This card does signify a transformational journey, but again, you are in a place of rest, and you may feel insignificant. You are on a new journey. Your journey is going to be focused on the skills that you have developed. You see the placement of this card? So the shift has been from this artful combat into an adventure involving the skills that you gained along the way. And this little mouse is here to tell you, do not ever feel insignificant against whatever the odds may feel to you or appear on the surface, because there is a lot of power here, and the power lies in, do you see how that little mouse is sitting surrounded by that beautiful blue color in what apparently looks like a wheat field? This little mouse has every single thing it needs to move forward. It has the gifts that have been given to it of abundance. And do you see any sign of distress on the little mouse's face? It looks actually very eager, almost as though it's rubbing its hands together and saying, okay, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go do this thing. I have what I need. That's the message that's coming through, oddly enough. Okay, so again, as we go forward, do you see this row? You are ready for an adventure. You are being seen and held and assisted by the King of Battle, who touches the earth and has one hand across the veil, sitting with the moon and its cycle of changes. I'm getting something about the eclipse. Please go and look for information about the eclipse and take counsel. There you go. Take some counsel about the meaning of this eclipse, which will carry us forward for the next 6 months on the planet until we have the next series of eclipses. So this is a year of definite change. And for you, you are ready for this change and this adventure of skill and battle and new, this is the augury of art, new arts and new skills as a human being out of the increased love and knowledge that you hold as a place of wealth for you. So let's see where this goes. Okay, so again, do you see this? Pardon me. This is the foundation of art. I'm going to hold this right up to the camera. Do you see this individual? Activated at the heart-mind chakra, suspended deep in the universe, with abundance and greenery as a bed. There are fronds of life coming in from the universe all along this card. And definitely the signatory of change because of the color of the garments. You are going to go very deep. That is the message I am getting. As we all are. So actually, here's the message that's coming through. You are being invited. Your presence is desired in an activated way through this eclipse in order to join the collective of souls that are working to bring the shift that truly is desired. So do you see how there is a hand at the heart chakra? There actually is a connection between the heart and the mind. And in an embryo status, every human being, the first thing that develops is the heart. And then there is a neural tube pathway that develops that connects the heart and the mind together. That is the first part of our development. And so the message I'm getting, I don't know why that came out of me, but the message I'm getting is return to that place. And rest yourself there. And take counsel in that place with that knowledge. Okay? Oops. Let's see. As that journey continues, this adventure of skill. Okay. So, this is the combat of knowledge. So there is going to be an awareness, perhaps on a deeper level, of the nature of the challenges that we face. This is a very interesting card, and you can, I don't know about you, but I can feel the distraught energy that comes through this card. So the story that underlies it is about a woman who, through a wager that her husband made, was compelled to race against a horse while heavily pregnant, and the immense amount of distress that came from that. So clearly, and she has, in the end of the story, she does reach her goal and she wins the race. So there is something pregnant about this moment that feels as though there's an extreme test, racing against unbeatable odds, and yet we are assured that the goal will be met. Our spirit is telling me that this, So, on a soul level, that's a really wonderful message to have come through. It's just, we need to be focused in our love, to be the king of battle, to step away from things that may feel futile, and to take our own self-counsel and some rest and some afterthought, some judgment about that in order to be ready for the adventure of skill that is about to happen at the eclipse. Activate your heart and mind and be present on that day, if it is possible, but certainly continuing over the next 6 months, to engage in the knowledge that exists, that we are assured that we can move forward despite the fact that it looks like the odds are so clearly against the place where our hearts want to see evolution happening. Okay, let's see where this goes. There you go. Okay, so more confirmation. This is a woman of art. This woman stands in a place of abundance. She has a bowl of what appears to be milk in the background. The sun is rising. Do you see the energy around her? She is vibrant and robust and filled with sacred knowledge. And she stands in a place of lush greenery and rest. And her garment is the color of transformation. It is both blue and green. But you see the bottom of this garment, how it flows? This garment shows the progression of the change. And the fact that her energy, signified here, is now flowing across the land is the word that is coming to me. So, this strife that we may be experiencing is being transformed, and is being transformed by the presence of the collective of souls that are willing to engage, move past any ideas that have to do with futility of action, because the action that needs to be taken is to activate love. That is the message that's coming through for you, Aquarius. Let me put these cards back. And let's look at the outcome, okay? Let's see where this goes. Okay, so the other message with this card being placed here is that to send a clear message that there is a reflection, if you will. This concern, this feeling of futility, because of all the prayers, that's what this is about. She is on this body of water. Because of all of the prayers and all of the beseeching and all of the intentional energy that is putting on change, that's being put on shift and change, there will be a victory. There will be a positive outcome. Despite the fact that everywhere you look on this planet, you could easily find 100,000 examples of futility. And the message is do not succumb to that. Have an artful combat. Have an artful battle in your heart and mind. And rest with the knowledge that the King of Battle sits here with you, with us, is the message I'm hearing. And things are about to transform. This is the outcome card. This is the protector of lore. And in the traditional tarot, this is the Sun card. Here in Soul Tarot, I want to point out that this person has on the purple-blue garments of change, also on his feet, which I find, given this particular reading, very interesting. The sun is shining, and not only is the sun shining, do you see the abundance there? Fruits of the earth. So there's a message about the fruits of the earth that we will have access to. The other thing that is notable about this card, the protector, the full name of this card is the protector of lore. And if you see this representation of hieroglyphics standing just over the spiral of life, the message here, in part from this card, in this placement, is not just about assurance of outcome. If we can align ourselves and activate our heart-mind chakra, this card is telling us that the wisdom of the ages assures a positive outcome because it is the collective wisdom that we are working with. And that is the place that our focus must be in these moments that feel so futile. Do you see the slings and arrows coming across the top? Ghoulish looking figures creeping out of the woods. Just a type of battle that feels completely futile. And yet the sun is rising. So the futility is just going to move off into the distance, just like the clouds pass and the moon goes through its phases. This will pass, and we will have long conversations about this situation, and it is through the judgments that we make and the conversations that we have with ourselves and with each other in a place of love. Do you see how these align? We are getting counsel from the King of Battle, who touches the divine and transmutes those messages here to the earth. And when we judge, when we are in a place of alignment, and we have our conversations, do you see how this person is looking off into the distance? He seems to have some knowledge because he has been engaged in this battle. He has come into some knowledge, and he stands here in line with the augury of art. And he, from this vantage point, having had these experiences and realizations, having gotten some counsel, he stands in a place of rest, ready to have an adventure of skill. And the skill is going to be developing the ability to have our focus. That is the message. It is time to bring our focus from here to here to here. We are being asked, and Aquarius, because this is coming out in your reading, it signifies that you have the ability and that you are standing ready. Perhaps you are already doing this. And so in each place there is a reminder, do not feel small, do not feel frightened, because victory is yours. If you can align your heart-mind chakra with the energy and the love and the power that is available behind the veil, because the King of Battle is there at the center of all of this, sitting next to, with his direct gaze on the golden vessel of love that you hold in your heart, and that I believe that the majority of the beings walking this planet, that is the central goal and desire. And there are so many ways to express that, and right now, here's another message coming through. So right now, we are in a place where these differences bring this battle, and it's entirely futile. And most of us know that. We can feel it in our heart chakra. This is not about your mind, really. This is a message about your heart chakra, okay? So I think as a collective, we are coming to a place where we are ready to have this skillful adventure with this new foundation and this knowledge that will give us the ability to transform our outcome into a more artful way of living with the protector of lore as an outcome, the Sun card. So the outcome is assured. I'm going to take a moment, Aquarius, and pull from the bag of runes for you to see if there's any other message or any other comment that Spirit would like to make about this reading as we head into the eclipse season in these next few months here on Earth. I don't remember if I said this, but this is a year of great change and shift. We are going across to the next place of development. And so all the readings have been speaking to that issue. Okay, so what are the messages for Aquarius? Okay, so I'm going to read right from the book because I really trust in the messages that come from the ancients. It's one of the reasons I'm here. And, oh gosh, this is just so beautiful. I think this belongs right here, okay? Yeah, okay. So take a moment while I flip through the pages to just look into the cards. This is the rune of avertive powers and defense. As we are tested, we fund the power to avert blockage and defeat. That is exactly, maybe this belongs right here, okay? That's the message. It has been confirmed. If there appears to be an obstacle in your path, consider that even a delay may prove beneficial. At the same time, we develop ourselves. We develop in ourselves, an aversion to the conduct that creates stress in our lives, the futility of combat. Okay? Do not be overly eager to press forward, for this is not a time or situation in which you can make your influence felt. Again, Spirit is directing me to this card. So I'm just going to hold it up while I read, okay? You must wait for the moment when you can make your influence felt. Patience is counseled. Aha, okay. There we go. Patience is being counseled at this moment. There is no need to be hectic or act needy or lust after a desired outcome. This rune speaks to the difficulties that can arise at the beginning of a new life as we shift. Often it announces a time of waiting for spring to fill up with water and ripen the fruit on the bough. Perseverance and foresight are called for here. The ability to foresee consequences before you act is the mark of a profound person. Avert anticipated difficulties through right action is the message of this rune. And yet, even more than we are doers, we are deciders. That is very interesting. The decisions are becoming clear. The doing becomes effortless, for then the universe supports and empowers our action. You are put on notice that through the inconvenience, the discomfort, the futility, growth is promoted. That is why this is reflected in both rows of these cards. This may well be a trying time. Certainly it is a meaningful one. So set your house in order. Tend to your internal business. Be clear and wait on the will of heaven. This is a gorgeous reading. Thank you, Aquarius, for stopping by. Please comment and please like and share and subscribe and all those things I'm supposed to remember to say. I would love it if you would stop by the channel as you go through the next month or so and just tell us as a collective what you've been experiencing, what you're feeling now, and how it's going. I will be recording a collective video. I've got one more monthly to do and upload, and then I am going to do another reading just for the collective about this eclipse because there's so much information and energy coming through. So thank you so very much for stopping by and giving your time and attention and your heart energy as you seek your way forward through this eclipse in the next 6 months. I will see you next month, if not before. Thank you.